hadn't the heart to be angry with those little queer children. 3 or 4 of them ran into the hut and came out again with a wooden whistle, a regular whistle pipe, such as shepherds
Good
use.
morning, everybody.
They
Good
gave it to
morning,
the
good
old
morning.
man. I could never play that, says the old man. I don't know one tune from another, and if I did, my old fingers are as stiff as
How
oak
are you all
twigs.
doing this morning? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Says the old man. I don't know
Check,
one tune
check,
from
check.
another, and if I did, my old fingers are as stiff as
How
oak
are you all
twigs.
doing this morning? Check, check, check. Hello, 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 hello.
Says the old man. I don't know
Check, check, check.
another, and if I did, my old fingers are as stiff as
How
oak
are you all
twigs.
doing this morning? Check, check, check. Hello, 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 hello. Check, check, check. How are you all doing this morning? Check, check, check. Hello, 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 hello. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Hola, 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 hola. So what happens when I unplug this? It explodes. There we go. Hola, 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 hola. Let's see now. Yeah, a solo game today. Officially live here in a little less than 2 minutos. Solo game. Let's see, we have like really solo because Bessie's sick today. Of course, it always starts with the little ones getting the sniffles, and then took Joey to the doctor yesterday. So he's recovering from feeling a lot better, but now Bessie's down, so kind of cycles through the house. Each person has to catch it at least once before we can shake it off and get restarted and then start it all over again. Damian Larson, we got a Bri G, we got a Jim Stutt, we got a Neil Morgan, we got a Ray, we got an Idiot, we got a Laszlo. And let's see, where's Laszlo? Laszlo, are you in Hungary? We got Newt Pond Skipper, we got Nay, we got William, we got, yay, we got Carl Floyd as well. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Howdy, everybody. Throw a howdy in there if you're lurking. We're going to officially go live at a little less than right now. Oh, what's that bell? Oh, that's that bell over there. Do, 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 do. All the alarms go off. So, having to run solo today. Solo a la solo. Now this is our planned solo game for the month. We're trying to do, try to work in one solo game each month. We have quite a few solo players. So when I say solo, I mean like with the actual solo deck. I would like to eventually update the solo deck to 2nd edition. I mean, it works. It still works. Like 95% of the old stuff still works perfectly fine in 2nd edition, but it's that extra 5% that I'd like to kind of, fix and see if there's anything that we can improve on it. I know there are little things here and there that I would like to change, but for the most part, it's not the most important thing right now, so I've just kind of left it the way it is. But eventually I would like to update. Our cats ignore my toys, thankfully. Very interesting. Very cool. Ants Fairfield is on here. We got a Vern Jeske on here as well. Thank you guys so much. So, continuing our playtests of the new Tomb of the Serpent book. So, new Tomb of the Serpent book is hopefully coming out later this year. I feel like Chapter 1 scenarios are locked in. Chapter 2 scenarios, I would say, are about 90% done. So, now we still need to kind of kick the tires on some of the Chapter 3 stuff. So the first part of chapter 3 is this is this night boat from Cairo. Who knows where I got that title from? So night boat from Cairo, and then the one after that is this, which is the Lost Temple. So here's a sky cam view from the Kuhner Zeppelin floating high above the tabletop here. So here's the setting. Some of the special rules for this scenario, and I'm not going to get into all of them, but this little well here kind of marks the center of the table. We have 4 minor plot points. So the big special rule for this scenario, is that each of the plot points is part of the ritual. So what the League is here doing is trying to perform the Hyksos ritual that will help them identify where the Tomb of the Serpent is located. So if they can do this successfully, then they'll get a good idea about where the Tomb of the Serpent is. Each plot point, you still have to perform the peril as normal, which is a random peril, but the plot point challenge is based on the turn number. So if you're attempting to perform the plot point on turn 4, then that means you have to roll 4 successes. If you're attempting to complete the plot point on turn 7, you have to pass 7 successes. So yeah, it's pretty fun. Now, long actions do apply, right? So if you needed 4 successes and you rolled 3, well, then you still need 1. But then if it carries over to the next turn, then that means it'll add another and you'll need 5. So it does kind of add up after a while. So really cool. I'm trying something different with the NPCs today also. So I have basically 3 different types of NPCs that I can do. So I have the Stalker will be in play, the Abominations will be in play, and there is a chance if I fail horribly in my tactics and my strategy, then the Shadow of Chaos will also appear, and that will pretty much spell the doom for the player characters if I allow that to happen. But this is the way it's going to work. So the Shadow of Chaos is at the bottom of the stack. The Stalker is going to start in play, and the Abominations will be on top of the Shadow of Chaos. Now, at the end of each turn, I have to draw a card off of this stack. So if over time, that means that the Shadow of Chaos has an opportunity to appear. The good thing is that every time an NPC is KO'd, they go back on top of the stack. So if this one shows up and then I KO it, then it will go back on top of the stack. But if I let the NPCs pile up, then that means the big one is going to come out. So that's a new addition for this version, this playtest today. So, and where they appear is on a random plot point. If there aren't any plot points in play, then they will appear near the well. D8 in a random direction with the well. But at the start of the scenario, the Dune Stalker, the Serpent, is in play. So we're going to have to place it on a random plot point. So this will be 1, 2, that's 7, 8 over there. 1, 2, so it's over here. And so it is right on top of this plot point. So it is a 9-turn scenario. So the Stalker is in play, and that's bad. That is all kinds of bad. So here we go. So we're not going to talk a whole lot about the pre-setup. I'll do something special. Oh, I should have rolled for, I didn't roll for my fella up here. I'm going to roll for him. If I get a 4, 5, or a 6, he'll be helping out today. He does. So I get to pick one of his 2 things here. I can either pick a gadget or 2 points to spend on a gadget, or I can do Lucky Devil or Danger Sense. I think I might do, I'm just going to do Danger Sense. That seems goofy. That seems goofy. Let me see if I can find a gadget or a gear that I can do instead. If I do his higher, if I do his first one there, I get 2 resource points to select a mount, vehicle, or gadget. Reduce the number of successes. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'll do the electro goggles. Let me discard to gain X brawl or mine. Yeah, I'm gonna do the electro goggles. So Raven is wearing the electro goggles. So Raven will have the electro goggles on. So she can reduce the number of successes required to pass a challenge by X. Remember, X is always a draw off the top of the card, off the deck, and if you draw a flame icon, then it's a mishap. Okay. All right, so we're going to get started here. So this is bad. Now I got the stupid snake already on top of me over here. And that is not something I wanted to happen on the first turn. But that can happen, so we're just going to have to deal with it. As we start turn number 1, I think I might activate number 2 first. So number 2 is hanging out over there. And so when she activates, I have to draw a solo card. The solo card that she draws is called When It Counts. So the effect lasts until it is used. So she'll gain a bonus on something when she uses that. So I'm just going to attach that to her, and then I'll continue her activation. So what I think I'd like to do is get her in a shooting range of that enemy over there. But I also need to get her into a location where she's going to be able to do this plot point. So I'm going to move her up just a little bit. Something like this, where she still has a line of sight on that snake. And she's within range to do that plot point there. So she'll blast away at the snake. She's got a shooting skill of 4 die 8. Get that pip up there. There we go. 4 die 8. Don't have any bonuses to throw on there. You know what? Maybe I do use my quick shot here. The snake is going to be dodging with 4 die 8. Yeah, let's just throw a bunch of dice at it and see if it hurts it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm using my quick shot ability here. And I got a 5, a 6, and another 6. So 3 successes. Let's see if the snake can dodge it. Snake does, in fact, does not dodge it. Look at that, boys and girls. The 7 will stop a 6, but the other 5s will only stop one of those, that 5 there. And those 2 5s are not big enough to stop a 6. So that means 1 hit gets through. The snake has been hit. And it does have, it is armored. So it will get an extra dice. So I'll have to fail both of these. And I did not. See, I only failed with 1. So it chooses to, bounces off its armor. But it has been in a fight now. So you guys help me remember that it has been in a fight. Howdy D-Dub. Howdy Luis. Hello, hello, hello. Because I know I'm going to end up forgetting this stuff. I'll just get some counters out to help me remember without having my Bessie here. It's going to be kind of rough today. So we'll try to keep the cameras going as best we can. So that was number 2. And now what we're going to do is activate, I think we're going to activate Raven next. So she's going to activate, I want to get that plot point, but I want to get to, let's see, she's going to just move about 6 inches up this way. And from there, she will also shoot at that snake. So she's throwing 5d10 at it. And again, it will be dodging with 4 die 8. Here is my 5d10. discard to gain an extra dice. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that. So here is my attack. And I got 4 successes. 9, 8, 7, and a 5. And here is the snake trying to bounce it. He's going to have to roll 4 dice health check. Now, there's 2 failures there. I should have added an extra one for the armor, but it doesn't matter. It still failed regardless of what that extra dice was. Even if it was a success, 2 failures means that that's enough to fail. So he is injured. So he's injured and he's been in another fight. All right. And then I think I'm going to activate... I think it may be Speedy. I'm going to activate Speedy next over here. So what we're trying to do... so when Speedy activates, she's going to get... that should have been on... that solo card should have been on Raven. Sorry, boys and girls, I forgot to draw my solo card for her. That's sprint, so Raven has the sprint card. All right, now, when Speedy activates, solo card is the first thing. Quirk of Fate. All other solo cards and effects in play are removed. So, that sprint card, wish I had used that discard ability now. Okay, so all of the cards that were attached are now removed and just sent to the discard pile. Speedy will continue her activation. So she doesn't have much of a shot at doing hardly anything. She is a level 1 follower, but she will move up and do her darndest. She wants to earn her wings. That's Speedy's trying to earn her wings. She'll move up with number 2 there and take a shot over there at the snake as well. So here is her shooting. She only has 1 die 6 in shooting. Here is her shot. The snake will be dodging with 4 die 6. Oh, guess what? Speedy got a 4. That means the snake will have to try to dodge it. Gets 4 dice to dodge, and a 4 will dodge a 4. So the snake is not injured by Speedy's shot. But the snake was injured again. Or, I'm sorry, was in a fight again. So, now, that's all of my solo cards. Did I draw a solo card for her? Yeah, she got the Quirk of Fate. Okay. So here is for 21 here is going to activate. She's going to move. How do we play this? I'm going to defend my leader. She's a henchman. So she's going to move up here and shoot at the snake now, the Dune Stalker. So she's blasting away at it as well. She normally has 2 die 6 in shooting. She's got short range, so she'll have 3 die 6. And here is her shooting. She got 2 4s. It's going to be dodging with 4 die 6. And it dodged it. Was in another fight. Okay. All right. So now I still have 1 more character over here. So I'm going to... I don't see any reason not to just do the same darn thing as everybody else does. So 24 is going to move up. And then... what do you say we try doing something? Should I shoot or should I try to throw a peril at it? I think I'm just going to shoot at it. I have 2 die 6 in shoot. So here is my shooting. See if I can get that snake. I got a 6 this time. If it doesn't get a 6, I'm going to get a hit on it. It did not get a 6. That means it takes its hit. It's going to roll 2 die 6, though, because it is armored. And it bounces off its scaly hide. So that snake is pretty darn hard to take down. Now what happens is that snake is going to rush. And it's going to rush at 21. Everybody shot at it. I think I forgot an orange. There we go, an orange. So it was actually in 5 fights. Yeah, everybody shot at it, so it was in 5 fights. So its offensive capabilities are reduced to 0, so it really does not have any shooting left, I mean, brawling left, so it will resort to dodging at this point. So it cannot actually attack, so it will use its dodge of 4 dice 6. 21 was near enough to, or far enough away that she'll be able to shoot at it, so she'll roll 3 dice 6, or should... I don't think I want to be on this thing. Boy, what if I could injure it? 3 dice 6. 3 dice 6. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and injure it. See, here I could automatically dodge away from it here, right? If I wanted to just get away, I could get away from it. Man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Sebastian, thank you so much for joining. Ed, thank you. And Rick, guys, thank you so much for joining today. Hope you're having fun. So if I wanted to get away from the snake, I could just dodge and get away from it. And then I basically have to start everything all over in the next round. If I can get a hit through, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and get a hit through. The terrible thing here is it's that risk, right? It's all about that risk reward in Pulp Alley. I'm risking something here. I'm risking it big time, because if I fail this, then that means that stinking snake is going to activate in contact with me next turn, or I'm going to activate in contact with it, and it's probably going to gobble me up. So if I can get this, it's a really good thing. If I blow it, it's a really bad thing. I don't know that I'm willing to risk that. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go for it. All right. 21. 21. Make it or attack. 2 6s. That's not, it's not a done deal by any stretch. Here is for the snake. This is its dodge. It did not dodge anything. It'll have to roll a 2 dice health check. It'll get 3 dice to do it. Oh my gosh, this is so close. I got nothing. And it survives. It rolls 2 successes. That's what it needed. The armored hide of the snake just cannot get through that stinking armor. And that means the snake ends that turn in base-to-base contact with 21. In a world of hurt there. And we'll just have to see how that goes. So now at the end of the turn, 2 things are going to happen. I'm going to draw a card off of this stack. We know it's going to be an abomination. So an abomination is going to appear at a random plot point, or on a random plot point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. Doggone it. Well, it's an abomination at least. So 7, 8 is going to put it over here where number 2 was heading. So crawling up out of the sand, an abomination appears. Not good. Not good, boys and girls. We're going to just have to see how that goes there. All right. And then, let's see. Oh, recovery check for the snickety snake. So let's see if the snake recovers. A 1 is not a recovery. So a 1 is not a recovery. The snake does not recover, but it is still fighting mad. And that's the end of turn 1. So now we're starting turn 2. Poor number 2 right there, or poor 21 is going to activate in contact with the snake. Maybe I activate her first. Maybe I activate her first. No, I'm going to activate Raven. I'm going to activate Raven first. When she activates, she'll get a solo card. She drew no shot. She's not going to be able to shoot this during this activation. Oh, it's until the end of the turn. She can't shoot until the end of the turn. Well, that sucks. So she can't do anything here. She's going to move around. She's going to move around the snake and move over here to the plot point. And she's going to get a random peril. The peril is 2 with finesse or cunning. She's got D10s in finesse. And guess what I'm going to do here? She's got the trick ability. Look at that, boys and girls. She's got the trick ability. May discard to gain a +1 to shoot or finesse. Remember, right? I have to use a card that is attached. When you're playing solo, you have to use an attached card to power your discard abilities. And guess what? I have a card attached, and it is called No Shot. That was attached. It says right there on the card, attach until end of turn. So I can burn that off of there. Now, she could actually shoot if she wanted to. I mean, not right now, but later in the turn. So she's going to get an extra dice for that. That's going to put her up to 4 die 10. I need 2 of these. Got plenty. So she got past that. And then the next thing is that she has to attempt the plot point. So it's turn 2. And that's once per turn. Turn 2. Let's see. I think what we're going to do here is she's attempting the plot point over here. And I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to use her gadget. Her electro goggles. So you may reduce the number of successes required to pass a challenge by X. That could be used multiple times during the turn, but every time I have to draw for it. So I'm going to draw a challenge. Okay, you got to check for the flame icon. There's no flame icon, so the challenge is reduced by 2. So that means it is a 0, and she passes it. So that plot point is completed. So we got 1 down. We got to get all 4 of these before the end of the game. Let's see. So now, or before the end of the turn. Or before the end of the game, not before the end of the turn. So the next character I'm going to activate is going to be... it's going to be 21 over here. It's going to be 21. Oh, she drew a held in place. So that's her solo card. Again, it is an attach until end of turn. That's bad. That is bad. Okay, so a brawl automatically starts there. She's got 2 die 6 in brawl, but she's going up against that snake, and it's injured, but it's going to have 4 die 6, or I could try to dodge it. Oh boy, man, I don't know. I think I'm going to try to. I'm not going to be able to move away from it. I'm going to brawl it. Boys and girls. Here we go. I'm going to brawl it. So she's rolling her 2 dice to try and damage it. It's fighting with 4 die 6. You got the pip up there. She's the active character. I'll roll for her first. She doesn't have any abilities. I don't see anything else. Here's my attack on the snake. Got nothing. So here's the attack from the snake. Got 2 successes. 21 will have to roll a 2 dice health check. And she passes it, boys and girls. She passes it. I wouldn't have minded if she had failed that right there, because I could have got her laid down, so I would have been able to shoot at that stupid snake. But now I'm not going to be able to shoot at that snake because 21's in there. So instead, we're going to move to the other side of the table. All right, so I think I'm going to activate, held in place is an attach card. I don't know that I have any more discard abilities in my league, so yeah, yeah, okay. All right. So what I really want to do is get rid of that thing over there. I really want to get rid of the monster. Um, so what I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to activate. I'm going to activate Speedy first. Speedy. She wants to earn her wings. So she draws and she gets a watch your head. And she's going to have to roll one success with finesse or cunning. Or I could try to dodge this. I think I'm going to try to dodge it. Oh, man. That's not the speedy way. She's going to try to pass it. And she fails it, of course. Then she gets a health check. And she passes that. Okay. All right. Well, that ended up basically being the same result. I really wanted her to be able to pass that challenge so that she could continue her activation, move up there and shoot that abomination. But if I had dodged, that would have basically been the same result. If I had passed the dodge, I would have still ended my activation and not been able to shoot at it. So continue my activation. That was all 3 of my solo cards. So now it's going to come down to the shooting. I got to get that thing off of there. So I'm going to activate 24. 24 is going to activate. She's going to move up just about a couple inches, so there's still about 4 inches in between them. And she's going to use her burst attack, and it's a 3. She's got a 3 on the thing, and it'll have to roll a 3-dice health check. We have Pip. No, Pip. Here is the... so the thing can't dodge. Because it's a reanimated, so it simply goes straight to, and it can't pass the challenge either way, so it's going to just go straight to the health checks, and it failed. And these things pop when they go away, so that is gone, and that card luckily is going to go back into the stack, right on top, to try and keep that the horrible Shadow of Chaos from showing up. So I have to try to keep the monsters recycling. I have to try. That's really part of the strategy or the tactics for this scenario, is that you've got to keep them going back on top of the stack, because if I let the monsters proliferate on the table, then that Shadow of Chaos is going to show up, and then that's going to be horrible. That was 21, so I still have number 2 over there that has not activated. So number 2 will now activate. She's going to move up to the plot point. We'll get on the other side of it there, and she's going to attempt that plot point. I don't have any more solo cards I need to draw. The peril is 1 with cunning. So she has 2 die 6 in cunning, 2 die 6 in cunning, and a 3 and a 4. That is 4 is going to get her past the peril. And now to pass the plot point, she's only got 2 dice. So we know the challenge is it's turn 2. So we know she requires 2 successes. Let's see it. So that means she's going to have to get 2 successes. She only got 1. 6. So we're going to put a marker on there to show that it has 1 success on it. Unfortunately, that does not get us anywhere, because the ritual will keep counting up. So we have to just move on. Is that all of my characters? Everybody's activated? I think so. I think that was all of them. So now the snake is going to activate. Oh my gosh, she's still held in place. Doggone it. The snake is attacking with 4 dice 6 now. And she's going to either brawl it with 1 dice, which seems almost pointless, or dodge it with 2 dice. Doggone it. I think I'm going to try to mitigate some of that damage here. So I'm gonna try to dodge. I'm going to try to dodge it. So it got 1 success. She got a 6. And I'm going to have to try to dodge that 6. And I did not. I take 1 hit. And failed that as well. And she is down. All right, boys and girls. All right, boys and girls. It's time for red dice, white dice. It's time for red dice, white dice. Somebody type in which color is for number 21. Is number 21 the red dice or the white dice? Type it in right now. Help me decide. 21. Is 21 the red dice or the white dice? 21 is the white dice, Jim says. And it is a failure. 21 is gone and the snake recovers. Oh. Not good. Not good at all. Okay. That ends the turn. The snake recovered. The held in place is gone. Ending the turn. New monster appears, so we know it's going to be an abomination, and it's going to appear on one of the open plot points. So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. Oh, doggone it. It is right back over there on top of number 2. So we know that that is a fight. We know that it appears right on top of number 2 right there, just like that. Comes up out of the sand to attack her. Well, that sucks. That really sucks. Okay. 9-turn scenario. Not going as I would hope here. Starting turn 3. Boy, the only character that's really very good at doing plot points is Raven. So I have to just keep pursuing the plot points with her. I don't want her to get caught up in trying to fight everything, because she just can't do that when I have to count on her to do the plot points. So she's just going to have to take off running. But first, of course, she's going to get a plot point. I'm sorry, not a plot point, a solo card. And it is a move along. So she draws move along, which has no effect at all. And now she will continue her activation. And I think she's just going to take off running. She's got to go get these other plot points. So a 12-inch run, as far as she can go, is going to put her over here. So that puts her fairly close to that other plot point over there. Okay, all right. So now, well, I don't like what's going on over here. Doggone. Come on, Raven Squadron. We got to do better over here. Oh, I forgot something there. Doggone it. What I'm going to do over here is, I guess I'm going to activate, who do I want to activate first over there? I guess I better activate 20, do I activate one of my fighting characters to try and knock that thing off of her? 24 has, where's the abomination card? that thing has 2 dice 6 in fighting. I have 2 dice 6 in fighting. I'm the active character. If I could knock that thing off of that plot point, then number 2 could try the plot point again. Ah, that sucks. I'm just going to activate number 2. I'm going to activate number 2, and number 2 will have to take a solo card. No shot. So she cannot shoot for the whole turn. And then a fight will occur. So she will have 3 die 8 against the Boogie Boogie. It will have 2 die 6. Here is the attack. Here is the attack. 3 die 8. 2 8s and a 6. Here is its fight back. It got a 6. I'm going to cancel it, give it 2. And it's gone. Boop. So it's gone. I'm putting it back on top of the stack. So that's keeping the Shadow of Chaos at bay. So put that back on there. And now what do I do about that stinking plot point over there? I don't think I can just count on Raven to do everything. Like, she can't just mathematically. I don't think that she would be able to. So she's going to complete it this turn. Hopefully next turn, then she'll have, so turn 3, she'll get it. Turn 4, turn 5, turn 6, turn 7, turn 8. Mathematically, she could do it all. But that feels really, really slight. Like, everything would have to work out perfectly, and she'd have to make sure, like, there were no obstacles. I don't know that I could count on that. I've got to get that plot point. Number 2, it feels like I would be sacrificing, or 24 over there. It feels like it would be sacrificing 24 to move up there and attempt that plot point. I don't know. All right, we're gonna do Speedy next. We're gonna activate Speedy next. Speedy will activate. She'll get a solo card. It is called Hesitation. Character cannot perform actions and cannot run. That's not good. Okay, well, she will not be attempting the plot point then. Okay. So what she's going to do is she can't run. So she's just going to move over here to the plot point. Kind of up over here onto these rocks a little bit. Is that the right camera? Okay. All right. All right. So that's all of my solo cards now. So, it's all of my solo cards. So, and the only character I have left then is number 2. So when number 2 activates, I'm going to have to decide what she's going to do. And I think what I'm going to have her do is just go ahead and move up to that plot point. The trick is she going to attempt it or not? And I think I will. Let's see. So she's going to activate. I've already done all my solo cards, so she's going to move up to it. I'll put her on this side. And the first thing that she has to do is face the peril. And the peril is 1 with finesse. Well, she has 1 dice in finesse. Oh my God, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. She can't dodge it. Okay. This was a sacrifice. Okay, well, she made it past that, but it's turn 3, and she's attempting the plot point. She added another success. Okay, well, that kept us neutral there. So I've got 2 successes on it. I still need 2 more, or by, let's see, this is turn 3. Yeah. So by turn 4, phew, I don't know. This is getting away from me, boys and girls. this league is not particularly action oriented, it's going to be really tough. So this one goes away, this one goes away, this one goes away, and that, no, the snake. So the snake is over 12 inches from everything, so it's not going to be able to rush. So instead, it's going to move 6 inches towards the nearest enemy, and that's going to be 21. Sorry, no, number 2. So the snake can't rush because it's too far away. So it will move 6 inches towards the nearest enemy, and that'll be number 2 right there. That ends the turn. Oh, this feels so hairy. This feels so bad. I just don't know. This is all about balancing and trying to make sure, that the scenario works the way we think. Right now, it just feels like doom in a handbag here. So she's done. The snake is done. That is the turn. We don't have any recovery checks, so we'll go ahead and place another abomination. We know it's going to be an abomination because I keep killing those and putting them back. That's about the only thing that's really working out for us on our side. Because now as I attempt that plot point, I'm going to need 4 successes. So that means I'm probably not going to be able, I don't think I have. I guess it depends on what the challenge is. I might be able to get, 4 successes on it, but whew, that's a long shot. The abomination appears, and it's going to appear. I have 3 different spots that it can appear in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Wow. So that's appearing right in front of Raven. So now it's sitting on the plot point that I was hoping to get this turn. Doggone it. Boy, I tell you what, if something can go wrong, it will, right? That's the law. Whew. And now that stalker is about to close in on these guys. That's going to be ugly. Boy, oh boy. This is ugly. Got to really think about what I'm going to do here. All right, so we're going to pull a bullet. Puts us into turn 4. Now I don't have. I guess I could try to shoot that. I guess I could try to shoot that guy down, couldn't I? No, because the frickin' snake is there. I have to shoot the nearest enemy, and the snake is right there. What I was thinking is if I could activate my folks over there, and they could all try to clear that abomination off of there for me. But now I'm not going to be able to because I can't ignore the snake unless it was tied up in a brawl. The chances of me tying it up in a brawl is really, really slim. The only character that could tie it up in a brawl would be number 2. God, that feels so like a really, really bad idea. And then, because then the only characters that could shoot would be, that's not a winning proposition. I think what I have to try to do probably is just try to get that darn plot point finished over there. I think that's what I have to do. Is continue to work on that plot point. So we're going to start with. I guess we're going to start with Raven. We'll start with Raven, so she'll draw her solo card. Foul play. The closest enemy to this character encounters the peril below. Use the challenge below for the peril. So The abomination is going to have to roll 2 successes with might, finesse, or cunning. It has 2 dice in might. 2 dice in might. No, does not get it. 2 dice health check now. And that is enough to KO it, and it is removed. Boom. Well, that worked out. Woo! Thank you, solo cards. So now she'll continue her activation. So she'll move up onto the plot point, and now I don't, doggone it, I don't have a discard. Okay, so she's going to move up to the plot point, and I'm going to try the plot point. This is turn 4, so I need, let's see. First, I have to roll for the peril. First is the peril, and it is 2 with cunning or might. 2 with cunning or might. I have 3 die 10. Let's see. I think, gosh, do I try to lower the number of successes here? I will. Okay, so I'm going to lower it by 2. That takes the peril to 0, and it is passed. So now it is the plot point, and for the plot point I need 4 successes for the plot point. I'm going to use my electro goggles. The electro goggles can be used multiple times per turn. It can only be used once per challenge, but if it can use multiple times per turn, you just have to draw every time, which means you're taking that extra chance of drawing the flame. So that's the only way I'm going to be able to pass that is if I use my electro goggles. So the challenge, the reduction is a 2. So I'm going to reduce it by 2. It is not a flame. So now I'm going to have to roll 2 successes on 3 die 10. 2 successes on 3 die 10. I don't have a card to discard, and that gets it with an 8 and a 9. That will get that passed, and it is pulled off of there. That is done. Whew, boy, I tell you. So she's done. Now, over there. What do I do over there? I got to go after that plot point, don't I? I think that's what I have to do. I think I have to go after the plot point. I can't count on Raven actually making it around this circuit in enough time to do everything. I'd love to shoot at that snake, and that snake is breathing down our neck right there. It's coming this turn. All right, let's see what... So number 2 is going to have to draw a solo card. It's called Missing Clue. Let's see. Missing Clue. Roll for the challenge below. So, oh, that's nice. Roll for the challenge below. Okay. So if I fail this challenge, I have to roll 2 successes with finesse or cunning. Not very good chance of that. I only have 2 dice in both of those. So here we go. 2 dice in both of them. This is her solo card. Okay, so no successes at all. So it is not attached. All it says is character cannot run during this activation. So that's the result of failing that, is that I cannot run during this activation. So now, gosh, boy, I guess we're going to go ahead and try the plot point. So I have to do a peril. Peril is 1 with finesse. She has 2 die 6 in that. No successes. Doggone it. She's going to take 1 hit. She's got D8s in health. And she is okay. Damn it. Oh, I needed that. Okay. Boy. Whew. Now what do you do? Now I got poor number 2 sitting there with her tail hanging out in the wind. There's no way she's going to be able to... Well, I guess we'll go ahead and draw for her. Do I activate her? Do I activate Speedy? I think I have to activate... yeah, I'm going to go ahead and activate number 24. She'll get a solo card. Oh, double down. Draw and play 2 solo on the enemy nearest to this character. Okay, well, that'll be the Sneaky Snake. So the Calm. No character. Wow, that helps. The Calm comes out. No character can run, rush, or attack. So this is basically like Parlay. It affects all characters. So now that's the end of all the fighting for this turn. And the second card is called Shortcut. Roll for the challenge below. Okay, so not particularly important either way. We'll go ahead and roll for it just because it says to roll for it. So roll 2 successes. Oh, if you fail this, you take 2 hits. Shortcut. Roll for the challenge below. Finesse or cunning. Need 2 successes with finesse or cunning. The snake has 2 dice in both of those. 2 dice 6 in both of those. Okay, did not roll 2 successes, so she takes, the snake takes the 2 hits. We'll get an extra dice. So we'll be rolling 3 die 8 and past that. So the snake is not injured. So that card can go away now. Was that all my solo? Number 2 can still continue her activation. Number 2 can continue her activation. Doggone it. Boy, I sure hate to, but I'm going to have to try it. I'm going to have to try and go after that plot point. I don't really have many other options than that. So she'll try the plot point. She's got to roll. Here's the peril. 1 success with cunning. Oh my gosh. She only has 1 dice. Also has 1 dice in dodge, so I might as well just try to roll it. So she passes it. She passes that, so she gets to try the plot point. And she fails that. Okay. All right. So we're getting behind on that one over there. We still got 2 successes, but it keeps going higher and higher. Speedy? I don't know. I don't know that I want her trying that plot point. I think what Speedy is going to do is she's going to just come out here and present herself as a target for the snake. Is that the right camera? Almost. So she can't shoot the snake, but Speedy, she's trying to earn her wings, and she's coming out here and going to try to fight it. Okay, all right. Let's see. So the snake activates. It can't actually attack because the calm is in place, so it moves an inch forward. It is now an inch away from Speedy, and that ends the turn. That was everybody. That was everybody. Whew, boy. I don't know. Man. Playing this scenario, it just feels like you're under the gun the whole time, you know? The plot points just keep getting harder and harder as time goes by. I have been able to keep the abominations off the table, and that means, you know, that the Shadow of Chaos is not coming up. So that's one good thing. All right, here we go. There are no recovery checks. I'm going to pull a bullet. Puts us on to turn 5. Oh my gosh. This is impossible. It can't be done. Raven is going to draw turn 5. I think I'm going to... a new baddie appears. A new baddie appears. I only have 2 spots for it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2 over there. Okay, so it's on this plot point. So it's over here. I haven't really used the high cam today. Let's take a look from the Cooner Beans sky cam here. Flying high above on the Cooner Beans sky cam. Here we are starting turn number 5. We still have 2 plot points in play. You can see them over here, the yellow button here and the yellow button over here. I have number 2 and 24 over here by this plot point. Speedy is here, facing off against the snake, about to be devoured. Raven is over here. She's about to take off running for the plot point over there. And I guess that's where we're at, boys and girls. I guess that's where we're at. So here is the camera. And I guess we're going to start with Raven activating first. Yeah. Okay. So she'll have to draw a solo card, and it is watch your back. Watch your back. So she has to roll for the peril below there. She's got 3 die 10 and finesse. Easy peasy. So that one is done. And then she can continue her activation. And she's going to run 12 inches, right? She's got to. She's got to run it. So she's going to run 12 inches and get... She'll stop about 4 inches away from that abomination, just in case. So she's going to stop there. She's going to use, she'll then shoot at the abomination. She's at short range. She normally has 3 die 10 in, she normally has 4 die 10. That'll put her up to 5 die 10. She's going to use her well-armed perk to cancel the penalty for running. And so she will have 5d10 coming at the abomination. 5d10, got 4 successes. It will have to roll a 4 dice health check. And it passes, boys and girls. It passes its health check. Ooh, dear, oh dear, oh dear. That did not go well. Okay. Well, I want that abomination gone. I want that abomination gone. Not so much because I don't want to... I have to keep them trimmed off of here so that the shadow of chaos doesn't appear. I'm going to be up to having to roll 6 successes when I get over there to that plot point. Boy, I think the moral of this story is that certainly for this scenario, and maybe, this is playtesting. This is us testing the scenario and making sure it's going to work. We may have to adjust it. I don't know. The ticking up. I like the ticking up of the challenges, but it may mean that it's just too hard to actually get it done. Now, what if you were using a league like the Dundee Scholars? They're actually really good at doing challenges. The Raven Squadron is a good fighting league, but when it comes to really doing the plot points, they have to rely on Raven to do them. And since you've got to get all of these completed in a certain amount of time, that's really putting a lot of pressure on Raven, whether or not she can get around here. Now, it's not impossible for number 2 to be able to do that plot point, but so far she hasn't been able to get it done, and she won't be able to do it this turn either, even with both of them over there working on it. It's not impossible. It's just really, really unlikely. All right, let's just see how it goes. So the next character that I'm going to activate, I think I'm going to have to activate somebody over here. I guess I'm going to do, number 2. Yeah. What do you guys think? I guess I'm going to do number 2 over here. This is number 2. She's going to activate and go for that plot point. So she'll get a solo card first, and it is on guard. Roll for the challenge below. 2 successes with might, finesse, or cunning, and she only has 2 dice in all of those. So not a great chance. She got it. Okay, so that's going to give her a success there. That will attach. This character gains +1 brawl and shoot whenever they are ready. Attach until end of scenario, or until, Quirk of Fate pops up. Okay, so that will attach to her. So we will attach that to her character card to show that it's on there now. Now I have to decide. Do we do that? Do we do this plot point, or do we clear that? I feel like I gotta clear that. I feel like I gotta clear this guy. I feel like I can't leave that going over there. That's what she's better at anyway. I don't want to take a chance on. So I think I may desert this plot point and just try to make sure, just try and clear the path for Raven. So I'm going to go ahead and move this way. Let's see, Raven is about 4 inches away. I'm going to stop number 2 at about 4 inches away also. So she'll move up here. And that was not a run move, so she didn't run. And now she's going to shoot at that abomination, because I don't want those things piling up. So she has 4d8 normally. That'll get her up to 5d8. Here is the attack. Not a single success, boys and girls. Not a single success. 3, 2, 2, 2, and a 1. Woo! I think that would be worthy of taking a shot of hot sauce right there. Let's see who all's on here today. Finally caught one live. Z-Con. Thank you so much for joining today. Let's see who else is on here. Throw a fibber. Jim Stute. I said red. Looks innocent. Throw a howdy in there if you're out here for us. Haster100 says red. Jim Stute. Nay. Bob is on here. Bri G is on here. Thank you guys so much for joining today. Did I forget to draw? I don't know if I drew a solo card for her or not. So now I'm going to activate. Guess I'm going to activate number 24 over there. I'm going to activate number 24 over here. When she activates, she's going to get a solo card. The solo card is double down. So draw and play 2 solo cards on the enemy nearest to you. So the snake is still the nearest. The first one that I draw is a watch your step. So that is a peril for the enemy there. And roll 1 success with cunning or might. 1 success with cunning or might. It has 3 die 8. Should be able to pass that, huh? Yep, easy peasy. So get past that. The next solo card is Watch Your Head. And now you have to roll 1 success with finesse or cunning. Only have 2 die 6 in those. And pass that as well. So double down is done. Now what? So she drew her solo card. And now I guess she's going to move. I guess she's going to move on up there and attack that thing. Does she move up there and attack, or? Yeah, she's going to move 6 inches towards it. She's going to move 6 inches towards it. And then she will place, she's going to stay back a little bit. And then she'll place a burst right here. And it will catch the monster. So we'll draw a burst card, apparel, 2 with might, finesse, or cunning. Does that thing have 2 dice in might? It does. It does have 2 dice in might. So it could try to pass that. Does not pass it. Then it has to roll a 2 dice health check. And fails that. So it is gone. Boop. And that guy goes back on top of the stack. Speedy has not activated. I've drawn all of my solo cards. Speedy will not get a solo card. Guys, I hate to do this, but I'm going to try a little bit of gamesmanship here. And what Speedy is going to do, Speedy is going to try to lure the snake away. Speedy, that's what Speedy, oh, I'm on the wrong camera. Speedy's going to try to lure the snake away. So what she's going to do is she's going to do a run move. And let's see, the snake's about 5 inches from there. So what Speedy's going to do is she's going to run this way. She's going to run around the snake, and she's going to try to lure it this way. She's going to be about 4 inches from it over here. Yep. Okay. So that's what Speedy's going to do. So she's yelling and hollering and shouting at the snake. When she runs around over there, she'll also shoot at it. She normally has 1 die 6 in shooting. She's a follower. She's level 1. Don't pick on Speedy. She has 1 dice in shooting. She ran, so she'd lose that dice, but I'm going to use my well-armed ability to cancel that penalty. Did I do that this turn? Yeah, that's once per turn, and I did that with Raven. Okay, so I can't do that. So she won't shoot. Oh, yeah, she will shoot. No, she won't. All right. +1, -1. Well, yeah, that'd still be 1 dice. +1, -1. So yeah, she'll have 1 dice to shoot at it. It'll be dodging with 4 die 8. Sure. The other reason to do that, and I got a 6. That was pretty nice. So it gets 4 die. What if she injures it? If she injures it, I'll drink some hot sauce. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. Dodging, got to get a 6. She gets the snake gets 2 6s and avoids the shot. Okay, so Speedy was not able to injure it, but I'm gonna mark it just because it's worth knowing. You know, I had very little chance of causing any damage. I had a slim chance there. But I also gave it a -1 on its offensive capabilities now. So when it rushes at Speedy, because I left Speedy purposefully as the nearest target. When it rushes at Speedy, it'll be down a dice. So it'll be rolling 4 die 8 instead of 5 die 8. Speedy will try to dodge. Oh, poor Speedy. Poor Speedy. Come on, you can earn your wings here, Speedy. You can do it. 4 die 8 coming at Speedy. A 5. Boys and girls, a 5. Who wants to see Speedy live another turn? Boys and girls, if you haven't already, please take a moment right now and hit that like button for us. If you're not a subscriber to our little channel, get subscribed to our little channel. We love seeing you guys on here. Come on, Speedy. Come on, you can earn your wings today. Speedy has got to get a 5 or a 6. She's got 2 chances here. Let's see if she can do it. Dodge. Yes! Speedy gets a 5. Yay! And she's going to disengage by moving an inch away. She does not want to be eaten by the giant snake. Yay, Speedy! And now, at the end of the turn, there are no recovery checks, but another baddie appears. Who's taking bets that it's over there? Who's taking bets that it's going to appear where I don't want it to be? Here we go. I'll just roll the dice out there. Oh. 4. Okay. Who's taking bets that it's going to be that one? So 1, 2, 3, it is that one. It is not that one. So the abomination is actually going to appear over there. For what it's worth. There it is. Okay, okay. So that means that now we're going to start activating characters. And I guess... Oh, I don't know here, boys and girls. I think I'm going to activate Speedy first. So Speedy's going to draw a solo card, and it is a move along, so it has no effect whatsoever. Once in a while, boys and girls, you pray that you just get something that doesn't happen. You just say, thank goodness I got nothing. So now... Speedy's going to keep luring that snake away. She's just going to keep luring it. She's going to move back another 6 inches. She could go further than that this time. She could go further than that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's lure that thing even further. We're going to lure it even further away. So she's going to move. No, it's about a 6-inch move. So she's going to move back 6 inches. She's going to just keep trying to pull that snake away. So she'll shoot at it. She'll pull back and she will shoot. She has 1 die 6. She's not at short range. She didn't run. So she'll have 1 die 6. I'll just roll it out. No, it's there. She got nothing. Okay. All right. Now, so that means we're going to have to activate somebody over there. Let's see here. So I think it's going to be... I think we activate... I guess we activate Raven next, right? Is that what we do? We activate Raven next. So she'll get a solo card. The solo card is Quirk of Fate. Quirk of Fate. So what that's going to do is it's going to wipe out all of the cards that we have held in our hand, and we only have 1 of those, and that's over here. So I'm going to lose that card that I had attached. I don't think I have any others. So that's the only card. So Raven continues her activation. Okay. Well, she'll move up there. I'm going to sit on this side of it for what it's worth. and I will attempt that plot point. So the plot point is 2 with might or finesse. I guess I'm going to go ahead and... Boy. I got 3 die 10 in it. I got 3 die 10 in it. Do I take a chance and use my gadget here? Did I remember to pull a bullet? What turn are we on? This is turn 6, isn't it? I bet I didn't pull a bullet. This is turn 6. There's no way I'm going to get through this. It's a 9-turn scenario. I only have... I'm pretty sure this is turn 6. There's just no way I'm going to get through this, is there? Okay. We'll just keep playing it, see how it goes. So I got to get 2 successes. I'm not using it. Easy peasy. It's a 9 and a 4, so that'll get through that. And then I'm going to attempt the plot point. So right now, I need 6 successes to pass that plot point because it's turn 6. Go on. I'm going to use my gadget to reduce the number of successes that are needed. It's reduced by 2. It is not a flame, so I got to roll 4 successes, which I can't do. I don't have a discard ability, or I don't have a card to discard for her ability. So the best I could do is roll 3 die 10. I should have activated other people first. I should have activated other characters first. And I hope that I could have got an attach card. What did Speedy get? Oh, Speedy got the move along. Right. Quirk of Fate was the one that she drew. I'm just gonna have to roll it. All right, she got 3 successes, a 10 and 2 6s. She got 3 successes, so I needed 1 more success to get it done this turn. That was... Now her bonus will not carry over. So I still need 3 more successes. I'm going to have to send number 2 over there. If I don't get rid of that abomination over there, I'm in trouble. If I let these abominations keep piling up on me, and I guess it really doesn't matter because I don't think that I'm going to be able to get through this. Turn 6 right now. Boy, I've got to go for the plot point. I've got to just go for it. So number 2 is also going to activate. She draws a Watch Your Step. She has 2 die 6 in Cunning and Might. And she passes that. So she gets past the Watch Your Step. It's not an attached card, so that's gone. And then we're just gonna have to go for it, right? We're just gonna have to go up there and see if we can grab that plot point. I guess there's still a slight chance that she could get it done this turn. So she'll move into contact with the plot point. She'll move into contact with the plot point and we'll have to draw another peril when she attempts it. 1 success with Cunning or Might. She's got 2 die 6 in that. Here it is. And she got the 1 success that she needed. So now, all I have is 2 die 6 and all of my action skills. She's a fighter, you know? Number two is a fighter. She's there for the brawling and the shooting and the dodging. She's just not much when it comes to the fine tuning. Can you gadget to lower the actual plot point rolls? I could use my gadget to lower the number of successes needed to pass the plot point. Yes, any of the challenges. So I needed 6, so I drew a 2, so that means I actually needed, to roll 4 successes. I did, I did use it on the plot point. Gosh, what am I gonna do here? Oh yeah, I'm gonna roll for the two die 6 to see if she can get the challenge here, and she gets 2 more successes, a 6 and a 5. Is it? Yeah. So we came up 1 short. We came up 1 short right there, boys and girls. But we have 1 character left. We have one character over there. So she's not going to get a solo card when she activates. She'll have to try to get through the peril. Gosh, what are the chances, boys and girls? What are the chances? Really, really slim. But that's what we're here for. We'll do it. Gosh. So the choice is here, boys and girls. Do I go for the plot point, or do I try to shoot that thing down? Because if I don't shoot that thing down, I'm going to get another one at the end of this turn. Oh, man, this really sucks. Okay, I'm going for the plot point. I'm desperate times, desperate measures. So, so she does not get a peril. I'm sorry, a solo card. She'll move her D6. She'll move into contact with it. She's going to get a peril. And she has a 1 peril with Cunning or Might. She's got D6 in those. And she passes it with a 4. That's good. That's good. Okay. Okay, so now this is turn 6. I need 1 more. I don't have my pip up. I need 1 success here. Boys and girls, everybody think 4 or better. Everybody think 4 or better. What does Bessie say? If you slam it down, it's a good number. Bam! A 3. Doggone it. A 3. Okay. So, did not get the plot point done. And that means we're going to get another baddie. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That means the baddies are activating. So, this one is going to activate first. The snake has been in 1 fight, and it will attack poor little Speedy. Come on, Speedy, you can survive, Speedy. You can do it, Speedy. I think Speedy might be gone. Let's see. So the snake is rolling 4 die 8. Speedy is trying to dodge with 2 die 6. That's her good skill. That's the skill she's good in. Okay. 2 5s, an 8, and a 7. Okay. All right. All right. Not dodging all those. Not dodging all of those. Dodged 1. So she's going to have to roll a 3 dice health check. And Speedy is gone. Speedy is no more. All right. That was the end of Speedy. Okay. So that one over there is now going to rush. Because it is within 12 inches of Raven. So Raven is the nearest target. And this one will rush at Raven. Rawr. So it'll be rolling 2 die 6 to attack Raven. Raven will be shooting it with 5d10. 5d10. It's attacking with 2 die 6. 2 die 6. It gets nothing. It takes 5d10. It gets 3 hits, 3 dice health check, and it's gone. Whew. That's nice. All right, so we're going to put that abomination card back on top of the stack. I feel like that's working okay. This is a combat league, so if we were doing this with a league that wasn't as fight oriented, then you'd have more of a chance of those popping up. I think maybe you wouldn't be able to clear them as effectively, but another one does appear. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I really want one to show up over there or not, but 1, 2, 3 over there, 4, 5, 6 over there. 6 is back over there again. Okay, so it is back on this side. Speedy's gone, so that snake is going to slowly start making its way back that way. All right. Pull a bullet. So that was turn number 6. So we have 7, 8, 9. Boy, the chances of me pulling this off are just, it's getting more and more narrow, boys and girls. I need to reshuffle. Let's see. So now I don't want to confuse anybody. The number of successes to pass a plot point are not normally based on the turn number. That's not how it normally works. Nor do long actions. Nor do plot points normally get harder. That is a special rule just for this scenario. It's part of the ritual to try to discern where the Hyksos buried Apophis and where his tomb is located. So for this scenario, the special rule is that to pass a plot point is based on what turn it is. So if the current turn is 7, which it is right now, that means every plot point on the table requires 7 successes this turn. Next turn, every plot point on the table will require 8 successes. So if you don't get it done this turn, then it goes up 1. So it's not set to 6 when you attempt it. It's the number of successes is based on the turn number. Don't get that confused. It's a really very straightforward and easy rule to remember. It's the number of successes you need is based on whatever the turn is. So right now I need 7 successes to pass this plot point, and I have 5 sitting there. Look at that. So I already have 5 successes sitting on the table. So I only need 2 more to complete that this turn. So the question is which one of my characters do I want to try that with? So do I try it with Raven first, thinking, well, I know I can get it done, right? She'll have a good chance of getting it done, and then I could send my other 2 characters off to deal with the abomination? Or do I try to get my little characters to finish the plot point so Raven can get moving towards the next plot point? And it's all about that risk, If number 2 could get the plot point finished That would free up Raven so she could get moving towards the other plot point. Ugh. I think I'm going to do that. That's a risky move. Because I could end up getting all of my characters stuck here, right? If I did Raven, I know I could get it done. Hopefully, crossing my fingers, I can get the plot point done, and that frees up my other two characters to go take out the abomination. If my other two characters can't get it done, then Raven ends up having to stay here too, and then she does it, and then nobody is able to move towards the other plot point. Boy. It's tough. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna take the risky approach here. I'm gonna activate number 2. I'm gonna activate number 2 so she will get the solo card. And it is the Storm. The Storm is drawn. So what that means is for the rest of this turn, instead of just one character getting a solo card, every single character in play will get the solo card. Every single character in play is going to get a solo card when they activate, instead of it just being the first 3 characters. So now number 2 is going to continue her activation, and she will attempt the plot point. So she gets a peril, and it is 1 with might, finesse, or cunning. She'll roll her 2d6, and she gets it with double 5s. So now she's got to try to pass the plot point. Now I need 2 successes again. 2 successes again. I don't have a single card to play. I don't have anything in my back pocket. So 2 successes and not a single one. Oh my gosh. No successes is what is rolled. Oh my lord. Okay. Well, you know, you take your risks, and that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes sometimes. So, Well. I guess the next thing I'm going to do then is, I guess I'm going to try to, who do I activate next, boys and girls? Who do I activate next? I guess I'm going to, because now there's no way my little character can get it done. The best she could do is get 1 success on it. She can't get it done. So I'm going to go ahead and activate her. I'm going to activate my little character. Stand firm. Roll for the challenge below. 2 successes with might or finesse. 2 successes with might or finesse. She can't do either one of those, so she failed it, and she cannot move during this activation. Well, that stunk. She is within 12 inches of that guy, though. So she's going to drop a burst on that fella over there. She's going to drop a burst on that abomination over there. Draw a random peril. 3 successes! So can't dodge it. Can't go straight to health check. No surprise there. It is popped. Well, am I down to 3 characters? Yeah. Okay. So now, I guess I'm gonna have to activate. I'm gonna have to activate Raven. So she activates. get a watch your back. So she's going to have to roll 1 success with might or finesse. She's got 2 dice or 3 die 10 in all of those, or both of those. So she got it, no problem there. And then we'll try the peril for the plot point. And I'm going to have to get 2 successes with cunning or might. She's got 3 die 10 and cunning. I should have used I forgot to use it, but I still got it. Got past the 2 successes I needed for the peril. So now it is the plot point, and I need 2 successes. I think I'm going to go ahead and use my gadget to reduce the number of successes. Just it's a double edge there, right? Because if I draw the flame, that's bad. I drew a 2. That's good. I drew a 2, and that's going to reduce the number of successes by 2. So that's 0 successes. It is completed. 7 on that. Okay. Whew. I still don't think having one character try to run around and do everything just is not going to work in this scenario. And that ends it for all of my characters. So I activated all 3 characters. Where's the snake? There it is. So it will move 6 inches towards me. Since it cannot rush, it is armored, right, boys and girls? So that does mean that it is slowed down when it has to move. And it cannot run, so it only gets a 6-inch move there. That ends the turn. There are no recovery checks. We know that the abomination is going to appear on that spot over there. And that ends the turn. There's 2 turns left. Yeah, I ended up at right. It just took me way too long to get that plot point over there. I really needed to get it done with those other characters so Raven could have already been over there. Because if I had been able to get Raven, 6 inches this way, she could have potentially got that plot point this turn. I just feel like I'm always like 1 turn behind in this scenario. And I don't know, because this is a play test, we have to kind of kick the tires on these and test how they work with different types of leagues. So I specifically wanted to try this with a league that I thought would be a little bit harder in this scenario. So what I want to do here is I got to clear the way for Raven. So I think I'm going to activate my little folks first. And really not much reason to do it that way. I want to stay out of rushing range of that snake, though. Because I don't... oh, it's really close now, though. Wow. Okay, well, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. Okay, so we're just going to have to take our lumps. So I guess we're going to start with... Raven. And she's going to move. Do we start with Raven? Does it matter who I start with? I don't think it really matters that much. Okay, we'll start with Raven. She'll get a solo card. Solo card is doubled down, so that's going to be that fella over there will get 2 solo cards. The first one is Quirk of Fate, so that's going to wipe out all of the other solo cards that are in play. And the second one is No Shot, so he cannot shoot this turn. Okay, so no effect there. All right, and then Raven will continue her activation. I think think I'm going to have Raven run. Yeah. I'm going to have Raven run. Is there any reason to run, actually? That feels like it might be stupid, because I'm within 12 inches, and there's no real reason for me to run. I don't think there is, anyway. So she's just going to move 6 inches towards that thing. She'll stop. She'll just canter towards it there, and she's going to shoot at it with 5d10. Now they are reanimated. I don't want to confuse anybody. So this version of reanimated characters, or this version of character here, reanimated characters can shoot if they have a shooting skill. This particular version, this particular character does not have a shoot skill. That's why it can't shoot. It can't dodge because it's reanimated, and that's why Raven's shooting here is going to be unopposed. So whatever successes she rolls are the number of hits she scores. 5 successes means a 5 dice health check. And splattered, turned to a pink mist. Okay. Now, for the other ones, I think I'm going to try and lure that snake away again. Let's see what kind of shenanigans I can pull here. Raven right now is about 10 inches from the snake. So he's definitely in rushing range. I'm going to activate, I think I'm going to activate number 2 next. She draws a decoy. Oh, well. Roll for the challenge below. The scenario is extended by a turn. Well. If I can pass it, though, I got to get 2 successes. I only have 2 dice. Let's see if she can get it. 2 dice 6. And she gets it with a 6 and a 4. That will pass it. And that's going to put another bullet in the chamber. Oh, look at that, in the cylinder. So we're going to get another turn added in. That was, yeah, that gets us another turn. Good. Okay, you guys help me remember that I added that turn in. Okay, so now she will continue her activation. What do I do here? I think she's going to move towards the plot point. I definitely want Raven to be do I want Raven to be the nearer target? I don't think I want Raven to be the nearer target. I want number 2 to be the nearer target, don't I? So number 2 is just going to kind of move off a little bit of an angle. Well, I'll do something else with that. I'm going to move 6 inches. She's still within 6 of the plot point. She's going to move 6 inches and she will shoot at the snick. She's going to move 6 inches and shoot at that snick. Where's the snick? There it is. So number 2 is here. She's shooting at that snick over there. The snick is going to dodge with 4 die 8. She did not run. So she's going to be shooting with 4 die 8. 4 die 8 versus 4 die 8. Here is the attack. 4 successes, an 8, a 4, and a 5. Here, did I forget to put a bad guy out? Oh no, I cleared it off. Here is the dodge. Okay, not dodging the 8. She is the 3. We can just get that out of there completely. The 5 will dodge a 5. The 6 can get rid of that 4, and the 7 is not big enough to dodge the 8, so that will get through. No matter how I line them up, 1 is going to get through because nothing was going to be able to stop the 8. So it'll roll a 2 dice health check. I'm sorry, it's a 1 dice health check. I'm rolling an extra dice because it's armored. And it passed, so it is not injured. So now I have number 24 over there. So I'm going to activate 24. She'll get a solo card. The solo card is called Make It Count. This character gains a +1 bonus for 1 brawl, shoot, or dodge roll. Attach until it is used. Attach until the effect is used. Okay, so I'm going to attach that to my character to show that she has that on her now. And she'll continue her activation. So what she's going to do, she's going to present herself as the nearest target. Yeah, I know. It's another sacrifice play. So what I actually want to try to do here is I want to try and pull that snake away from my characters. So the nearest enemy got about 10-inch move there. So what I want to do is I want to try and pull her off over this way. 12-inch run. So she's going to run 12 inches and get over here like that. So she ran to present over here. So now she's the nearest target to the snake. So it will rush her instead of going after the characters that are trying to perform the ritual. Stop that snake, Raven yells out. Not much reason to shoot. I'm going to be at -1 for moving. I guess I can cancel that with my well-armed. I haven't used well-armed this turn, so I'm going to cancel that with my well-armed ability. So she'll get 2 dice. Notice that I can't use my burst ability here because I moved over 6 inches, but she can still shoot. And she has 2 dice 6 and shoot. So, yeah, 2 dice 6. So, I got 2 successes, and the snake will have to roll a 2 dice health check, or pass a 2 dice health check. It'll get an extra dice to do it. And a 1 and a 3 means the thing is injured. And it's got a POW on it. And it's been in 2 fights, right? Has it been in 2 fights? Number 2 shot at it, right? Yeah, I think so. And that shot at it. Okay, so now it's injured, and it's got a POW on it, so maybe 24 can survive this. We'll see. Because that's what time it is, boys and girls. All of my characters have activated. Now the NPCs are going to activate, and this snake is going to rush at 24. Rawr. All right, it would normally roll 5 die 8. It's down to rolling 3 die 6 because it is injured. Now, what does 24 do here? Man, if 24 could put it down, if 24 could put this thing down, she has 2 dice. She's going to gain an extra 1. Remember, you always get that extra shoot dice when somebody rushes at you. So that would get her up to 3, but she has been in a fight. That puts her down to 2. Oh, boys and girls. We're going to go for it. We're in desperate times here. Oh, and I have my Make It Count card. Do I want to use that? I'm about to die anyway, so I might as well use it now. That's going to get her an extra dice. So she'll have 3 dice 6. That's terrible. That's not good. I could just try to dodge and stay alive. It's rolling 3 dice 6. I could get an extra dodge dice and roll 2 dice 6. I'm going to try and kill it. I'm going to try and kill the snake. Risk, reward, boys and girls. Risk, reward. Let's see if we can do it. We're going to risk it here. So I have 3. She's shooting at it as it's coming at her. So the snake, 3 die 6. 3 die 6. I used my well-armed already, so I can't cancel the penalty. All right, here we go. The snick. 2 5s. Okay, that could be the end of 24 right there. Here is 24 shooting as she's being rushed. A4. Damn it. All right, so NPCs will always try for maximum damage, so that means 24 will have to roll a 2 dice health check. The snake will have to roll a 1 dice health check, but it will get 2 dice to do it. We'll go ahead and roll for it. So both of these dice have to be a failure. And they are, boys and girls! They are both failures, double 2s. Is that on there? Yes, and the snake is down. For what it's worth, boys and girls, the snake is down. How lovely is that? And then number 2 has to roll her health check. Come on, number 2. Boys and girls out there, give me some mojo here. We want to pass this one. Let's pass this health check. I got to get 2 successes. 2 successes. No. And she is down. All right. That's going to end the turn. And boys and girls, it is time for... Don't they all have to pull a solo card? Doggone it, you're right. When was that? Was that this turn? Oh, well, I apologize. I forgot about the storm. You're right. There was a turn. I don't remember if it was this turn or not. It might have been last turn. Yeah, it probably was this turn. Anyway, yes, you're exactly right. I should have drawn a solo card for the snake. I apologize. I do have a tendency to forget things, even more so when I don't have Bessie here to help operate the buttons and watch the chat and all that sort of stuff. So I apologize there, boys and girls. You're exactly right. I should have drawn a solo card when the snake activated. I'm not going to go back at this point, though. But thank you for trying out there to keep me honest. So now it's time for red dice, white dice. All right, somebody out there better give me a winning dice, because one of these 2 characters we want to get my character up. Let's see, Daniel is out there. Hey, Daniel, at IKEA. Bob says white. We're dropping a white dice. The first person gets the color. So, nay. Here we go. Idiot luggage. Bob says he wants a white. So here we go. All right, boys and girls, let's hope 24 gets back up and the snake goes away. The white is the success, boys and girls. White is a success. Red is a failure, and the snake is out of play. That could be really, really bad. Because guess what we do with the snake card? We put it on top of the stack, and that means the snake is going to appear on my plot point. It is what happens. I didn't want it to go out of play there. Okay, so the snake went out of play. It is what it is. And in the sequence of events, that is the correct sequence. Recovery checks occur first, and then everything else. So you don't place something first. At the end of the turn, recovery checks come first. Past the recovery check, that card goes back on top of the stack. And that means the other thing that occurs at the end of the turn is we place a NPC. And because the snake is now on top of the stack, it comes back out. Now, I actually like that. And that was intended to be that way, because I want, for this scenario, I want the snake to be the major obstacle for you in this scenario. So normally whenever it's KO'd, it's going to come back. Almost, it'll come back almost immediately, which is what it does right now. So the snake is the major obstacle, intended to be the major obstacle for this scenario. The abominations obviously aren't much of an obstacle. You just don't want them to pile up so that you can keep that shadow of chaos away. At this point, there's no chance for the shadow of chaos to even show up because we don't have enough turns left. But the snake is sitting right on top of my plot point. That ends the turn. I'm pulling a bullet. I only have 2 turns left. It's not impossible for me to get this done. It's just highly likely that I will not get it done. It is my chances of getting through this are just getting more and more narrow. Okay. Um, let's see. Um, starting turn 8, I have to decide which characters I'm going to activate first. So I still have 3-player characters in play, so it will definitely be the player characters that are going to be activating. So I want that snake to get off my plot point. And there's a couple different ways that I can do that. One is I know that it will rush me. It will get off the plot point when it rushes. Boy, my window of winning this is getting narrower and narrower. I guess I'm just gonna start with Raven and have her shoot at the snake. Oh, she'll get a solo card. Let's see. Roll for the challenge below. She's gonna have to roll 2 successes with cunning, might, finesse, or cunning. So 2 successes. She'll get 3 die 10. Roll for that challenge. Easy peasy. So that's an attach card. Attach until in a scenario, or until the Quirk of Fate comes up. And she gains a +1 brawl and shoot bonus while she's ready. Okay, well that'll be right now. She'll get that bonus right now. Because she is ready. And so she'll be shooting with 6 die 6. Normally 4. She's got the +1 for short range. She has the +1 for the on guard. So she'll have 6 die 6 coming at that thing. It'll be dodging with 4 die 6. 4 die 8. Yep. 4 successes. A 9, an 8, a 7, and a 4. And then it's going to be dodging. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 die 8. Dodges everything except for what it can't dodge. No, it doesn't have an 8 in there. So it misses 2 of them. So I had a 8, a 9, a 7, and a 4. So its 7 can stop my 7, its 5 can stop my 4, but those 6s cannot stop my big dice, my 8 and 9. So 2 successes get through. That means it'll get an extra dice for its armored. And it passes its health check, so it is not injured. But it was in a fight, and we're going to keep track of that, because that's going to end up mattering. I don't normally do that. I don't normally put out markers. You guys probably know that if you watch a lot, because, when you can actually just focus on the game, it makes things a lot easier rather than trying to deal with the cameras and everything, too. So then it's going to be number 2 is going to activate. I haven't got the thing injured yet. Who do I want to be the nearest target to it? Who do we want to be the nearest target? I don't know that I can get 24 close enough. Oh yeah, look at that. I can get 24 all the way up to there. I think that'll make her the nearer target. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna activate 24. I gotta draw. What camera am I on? Am I standing in front of it? Okay. 24 is gonna activate. Drew and move along. Okay, so that will not hold her up, and she's just gonna run. I got it, boss. I got it. So she runs her 12 inches and gets all the way up to here. All right. I don't think there's any reason not to do my. I don't think there's any reason Yeah, yeah. I'm going to use my well-armed here and cancel her penalty for running, so she'll get 3 die 6. The thing will still be rolling 4 die 8 to dodge. Oh, 4 die 6. Thank you guys, all of you that put comments on there. I don't know if you guys saw my funny little video about what happens when dice roll off the table. Do you keep them or not? We got a lot of interesting answers for that. So big thank you to everybody that participated in that. So here are the 3 die 6 for her attack. 3 die 6 for her attack, right? Did I draw a solo card for her? Yeah, she got to move along. She can't do the burst. 3 die 6. Nothing. Okay. All right. So she has positioned herself to be the nearest target, though. So now, when number 2 activates, it was right there. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it in here. When number 2 activates, yeah, I have to activate number 2. So double down is the card, and it says to draw 2 more solo cards for the nearest enemy. So first solo card is called Sprint. So can move a little bit faster, and all clear. Character ignores all perils until the end of the turn. Okay. And then I think I can effectively get rid of both of those cards. I don't think those cards are going to do anything. So let's go ahead and get rid of them. Snake has been in 2 fights, so I want to keep track of that because it's about to attack something. Well, actually, we're going to go ahead and give it a 3rd one just to hopefully I won't forget, but there it is. Because number 2 is shooting at it. I guess number 2 is going to stay where she is and shoot from there. She's got... I might go ahead and try my quick shot and throw 6 die 6 at it. 5 successes, boys and girls. 3 4s, a 6, and a 5. Nice rolling, Tex. So, Snick with 4 die 8 still. We'll dodge 3 of those. Blip, blip, blip. And have to roll a 2 dice health check. It'll get an extra dice in there. And passed. Man. So there it got its 3 markers, and now when it activates, it will not get a solo card, and it will rush 24. 24 will rush. 24. You've been in a fight, but you got the short range, so I could shoot at it with 2 dice. I could shoot at it with 2 dice. It's coming at me with 2 die 8. Or I could try to dodge it with 1 dice. Gosh. She only has 1 dice in dodge. I hate losing her again. I hate losing her. It'd be my last character that expendable. They are expendable, so we're gonna try to. I'm gonna try to dodge. I'm gonna try to dodge. I think it's worth more to me to keep her in play, so I'm gonna do everything I can to just try and mitigate some of that damage. We'll just see. Got a 4. I could dodge a 4. I could dodge a 4. Come on, I could dodge a 4. No, that's a 3. Okay, so she'll have to roll a 1 dice health check. And she's down. Doggone it. Okay, she's down. Well, that's where we're at. We're to the recovery checks, so we'll roll a recovery check, 4, 5, or 6. Come on, get up, darling. Yes! A 5 gets her back on her feet, and she's going to back up an inch. And she's going to back up 1 inch away from the snick. Whew. All right, we know an abomination is going to appear on my plot point. Blip. So now, yeah, I just can't get it done. This is impossible at this point, right? Yeah. Okay. So I think I have to activate number 2 first. I think I've got to activate number 2 first here. Let me think. Is there any possible way? What I'm thinking is what I'd like to do is take that abomination out. What I'd like to do is take that abomination out with number 24. Because then that leaves my 2 better characters in a chance of being able to do the plot point. But that means what I have to do is I have to maneuver 24. Where's 24? There, you can see her there. I have to maneuver 24 around over this way so that she can get a shot at that abomination. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and do that. 24 activates first. She draws a Make It Count. That's an attach card until it's used. Add +1 to a brawl, shoot, or dodge. So she's going to attach that. And she's going to go ahead and move. I got to figure out a good position for her, though. She's going to move over this way, where they're both about, a little over an inch. I'll move to where they're both about the same distance. Then I get to pick which one I want to shoot. And I'm going to drop a burst. Let's see. Which would be better? Dropping a burst on it or shooting at it with bullets? I think I'll just drop a burst on it. So it's going to have to roll 2 successes with finesse or cunning. 2 successes with finesse or cunning. It can't do that, so it'll go straight to a health check. And it is gone. It is gone. So that clears it off. That card goes back on top of the stack. Now my characters are in a position where they can move towards the plot point. Well, there's no way number 2 is going to be able to do that plot point. What was this out there for? Oh, I forgot that was attached to her. Well, I'll just set it there because she didn't use it. I'm gonna attach it to her. I forgot that I had that on there. I'm gonna attach it to her. Oh, can't pick up cards. Okay. So now number 2 is going. No, we'll do Raven. Raven is going to activate. She'll get a Watch Your Head, so she's going to have to pass a that peril there. 2 dice 6. 2 dice 6. I got a 6, and that is passed. And then she will move up to the plot point. She'll attempt the plot point. It will be a peril. She has a 1 with might or finesse. She only has 2 dice 6. Only need 1. Got double 6s, so she gets past that. And now she will roll for the plot point. So again, boy, I need those double successes here again. And she did it! A 4 and a 6. That's 2 more successes. 2 more successes. Whew, okay, so that brings us to, I'm going to have to activate Raven. This is turn number... What turn number is this? 8? Is this turn number 8? So I need 8 successes. No. This is turn number 9. This is turn number 9. So I need 5 successes. I need 5 successes. Wow. That is not good. So first thing will happen is she'll have to draw a solo card. The solo card is Watch Your Head. Watch Your Head is peril 3 die 10. Let's get the pip up there. Need one of these, easy peasy. And then she'll move. And then she'll move up to the plot point. Move up to the plot point. And she'll take a peril there. And it is a 1 with, it's a 1 with cunning or might. She has 3 die 10. Again, in cunning. I could lower that, but I'm not going to. I think I can get 1 success on 3 die 10. Oh my gosh. Okay. Those looked like 3s for a second. So she passes that, and now she'll roll for the plot point. Now she'll roll for the plot point. So it's turn 9. Turn 9, so I need 9 successes. I've already got 4, so that means I need to somehow roll 5 successes. That's not going to help me. With might, finesse, or cunning. I'm going to use my gadget and add plus X. Okay, it is +2. Here's +2 success. Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. +2 successes. It is not a flame icon, so that gives me 2 successes on it. Or it lowers the number of successes. I don't want to say that it gives me 2 successes. It lowers the number that I need to roll. So that gets me down to needing 3 successes now. I need 3 successes. I have something else. Okay. I would roll 3 die 10. I'm going to use my trick ability, and I'm going to discard. I'm going to discard my Make It Count card. Discard my Make It Count card to get a 4th dice. So I got 4 die 10, and I need 3 of these to be a success. If I get 3 successes here, it will be passed. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So 3, plus I lowered it 2, and I had 4, so that's 9 successes, and that one is completed. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. So now the major plot point appears 1d8 inches at a random direction from the center of the table. There's no way I'm going to get it. And it's as far away as possible from me. I rolled an 8 on the inches, and it's as far away. Like if that had been pointing the other way, maybe I had a chance. But now it is as far away as possible. As far away from where I am as possible. Go to the Cooner Skycam here. All right, so all of my characters are way over here. All of my characters are over here. D8 inches from the center of the table ended up over here. So I can't, it'll be impossible for me to get to it in one turn. I think that may be game right there. I think that might. We could just stop right there, because I think it's impossible for me to get it at this point. I guess there's one slight glimmer of hope, so we'll play it a little bit further here. What will appear is another abomination. We know it's going to appear over here. We're going to go through this pretty quick just because there's only one thing that could save me, and that is if I draw the solo card that adds a turn. So that's the only thing at this point that will save me. So everyone is going to run 12 inches that way. I'm going to activate number 24. I'm not going to even worry about the camera. I'm going to activate 24. Drew a move along, so she'll run. She's going to stop. She's going to stop about right here. I'll shoot at the abomination. 3 dice 6, add it. Three successes. It'll have to roll a 3 dice health check. It's gone. So I added I used my I don't think I actually said it out loud. I could be wrong. I used her well armed. So did she run? Yeah, she ran. So that used the well armed for this turn. All right. Then number 2, we'll draw a solo card. I've got to get adding a turn. She drew no shot, so she won't even be able to shoot this turn. She'll run past the snake and past 24 and just keep on hauling. Last chance here is the next card is all clear, and that will end the game. So she'll run 24 or 12 inches towards it. She'll be right up behind number 2 there, and that will end the game. That will end it. So that one, that was a little tough. That was a tough one. I felt like it was hard. You know, some scenarios they feel like they're easy to start with, and then they get harder later on. I felt like this one was hard all the way through, and I felt like this one was just tough. It always felt. The idea that Raven was the only character that could complete a plot point and was going around and having to do all of the plot points was insane. But even then, I wouldn't even say I had much of a chance right there at the end. For a league like this to be able to do it, I'm going to have to make some adjustments in there and try to figure out a way to kind of tone it down a little bit. I like the idea of the accumulating difficulty of the plot points. I hate to drop that down. Having the snake on top of you right at the start was tough. Yes. But I want the snake to be the primary antagonist for this scenario. Like one version of this scenario that I did only had snakes in it, had all snakes and didn't even have anything else. And all it did basically is that every time the snake was KO'd, it immediately came back over and over again. I like Idiot's first idea. What was that? You could even do the plot point this turn. Can you even do the plot point this turn with a snake already on it? No, you cannot do a plot point that has an enemy standing on top of it. You have to get the enemy off of it to do the plot point. I'm not sure what the first idea was. I'll have to scroll back up through there. If you guys have ideas for this scenario, this one definitely needs some tweaking, I believe. Game Masters, never forget, we selectively modify the rules. Oh, that's good too. They have to pull solo cards. I don't know. Can you even do the plot point with a snake on it? Unattempted plot points stay at 1 until attempted. It's an interesting idea. Like Idiot's first idea. I don't know what his first idea was. Do you always get to roll the number of dice required? Do you always get to roll the number of dice required, or is it still determined by the card? Not sure what the question is. Sorry, Jim. Do you always get to roll the number of dice required? Or is it still determined by a card draw for skill use? For the plot points, you can always use, for this scenario, the plot points, the number of successes is equal to the turn, and you can use might, finesse, or cunning. So that's the rule for all of the plot points. That's how we were doing it right here. Remember that this is, just playtest, so those sort of things can change. See what everybody else has to say. Have some comments. Drop a comment in there, boys and girls. Let me know what you thought about this one. This was, this one was hard for this league. I even this morning when I was getting set up, I was like, maybe I ought to try it with a league that I think would have a better chance. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to try it with a league that probably had the hardest chance. And I think the Raven Squadron is pretty fighty. They're pretty shooty. But when it comes to the plot points, it really comes down to the Raven having to do it. And that really put them behind the being able to pull this one off. I think the electro goggles helped out several times, so that was good. With the help of, I got an ad. That's nice. Thank you for popping an ad up. Sorry we didn't get Bessie here today. Using this league for playtesting was a good idea. Definitely challenging for them. Yeah. It was fun. I wanted to see, and that's kind of why we encourage people not to pick a league for a specific scenario. Typically, you should pick your league before you do the scenario, before you know what the scenario is, because you can always fine tune a league for a specific scenario. You can go, okay, well, I need this, this, and this. And that's really what using your resources and selecting your assets, that's what that is for. So when your league should be set before you know what the scenario is, but once you know what the scenario is, then you can select assets that will help you specifically for that scenario. Don't forget to subscribe, that's right. And give Dave all your money, that's right. Keep him stocked up with beans, that's right. I think it should be the same league through the campaign. Yes and no, Bob. There's really nothing wrong with changing your league as far as doing your normal reorganization between scenarios. Like if I go to the Netherlands and I do one scenario in the Netherlands and I fly to Cairo, well, yeah, if I want to make a new league for Cairo and just keep my leader and make up a different league, then you can do that. The other thing that you lose when you switch leagues every time is you lose those resources, right? Because the resources are tied to that leader. So if you gain stuff in that scenario, you want to be able to use it in the next scenario. So switching to a completely different league isn't a great idea. But I don't discourage players from reorganizing. That's an expectation of the scenario. If you go, you know what, I'm not really digging Speedy. I think I want to get rid of Speedy and try a different character in there instead. You can do that as well. I see that because, when especially in globe-trotting scenarios or characters are getting KO'd, I think it's okay for players to swap out their followers and their allies and even their sidekicks if they want to from time to time. I wouldn't say that you're normally just stuck with having to play the same characters throughout the whole campaign. Anywho, but everybody can do it differently. That's it for today. This was a rough one. I'm glad y'all were here with me with some support, some moral support as I trudged through it, getting my tuchus handed to me. Be sure you get subscribed to our little channel. We'll see you next time. Doodle-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Bessie. Doodle-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doodle-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Dave. And that's it. Bye, everybody.